What's up, YouTube? Demi here, and hi to Twitch as well. We're doing this live. This is a build guide for my League starter for Delve. It's currently stupidly budget with gear-wise, but yeah, it's a Chieftain. We're going Infernal Blow, dual wield with axes, just cause. There's not just all of this was just cause. I haven't played Infernal Blow for a long time since they reworked it, especially. They buffed melee weapon range for name locking skills. Infernal Blow gets weapon range as it levels. It should feel better overall, and it's just like a fairly tanky defensive style build, right? So, how do we start this? The Ascendancy, Chieftain. Why Chieftain? Because Infernal Blow has 50% Fizz converted to fire, and then this gives you another 50% Fizz converted to fire. So you're 100% conversion here, and then you get extra fire pen. You get every 10 seconds, you get this rotating buff of extra fire damage. You get Fire Leech this life, increased strength, which is more melee damage and life. You get a 10% chance to cover rare or unique enemies in Ash on hit, which is a 20% more damage multiplier when they're covered in Ash. It's really strong. And then on this side of the tree, you get some life regen stuff, endurance charges when you kill burning enemies, which is from your Herald of Ash, and you get fire damage for endurance charge as well. And then Ramako Sunlight gives you a metric fuckload of fire res, life regen, Fizz taken as fire damage, which sounds bad if you don't know how resistances really work. If you have 75% resistances and you take 10%, you take 1,000 damage. 100 of it goes to fire damage, and then you have 75% resistance fire, so you mitigate 75 of that. You just take that 25. It's a little bit easier. And then you get some more life regen if you've taken fire damage from a hit recently, which will mean every Fizz damage hit will give you that regen buff, and then every fire damage hit will give you that regen buff. So, starting out, you take a bunch of melee damage. You take some, if you need life first, go for the life nodes, and then go for the damage nodes. You're probably going to want to head towards Resolute Technique, like, immediately. You can go maces or axes for this. I chose axes because they give you easy access to Onslaught. 10% chance to gain Onslaught for 4 seconds on kill. Just a bunch of damage here. Grab Resolute Technique, you don't have to worry about accuracy anymore. You can't, like, miss, which is really good. And after that, I'm not sure if I would go down or up. Probably gonna go down next. We'll go down, grab a bunch of life nodes, more damage stuff, maybe some more damage and leech, and then start filling out, like, weapon damage, life, cannot be stunned for endgame, life nodes, head up in the Templar for even more pen. There's a lot of pen on this character. We got 5% pen here, 3% pen here, so we're at 8. Then we have 10% from Chieftain, so we're at 28, or, whoa, 18, sorry. Then we get an additional 8 here, so we're at 26% pen without anything, so then you can get even more if you want to use fire pen in your links, you totally can. But yeah, just kind of fill out the tree as you level up higher. This should be the start though, just like head out here, grab RT, grab Axis, and then do whatever you want. So, let's do skills next, I guess. Infernal Blow. It's a name lock melee attack, so you're going to want to use like multi-strike or ancestral call or melee splash. Pick one of those 3. I went with the multi-strike. It just feels better for single target, and it just gives you overall like faster attack speed, right? But the links are just more multipliers. You get weapon elemental damage, melee fizz, LE focus, multi-strike added fire. You can swap in LE pen if you want to do boss damage. I don't like MAME. I don't think it helps us much. We don't have any fizz damage to like increase their fizz damage taken, whatever, right? So other links. That's your main 6 link. Your auras are going to be Hatred, Herald of Ash. Hatred gives you extra cold damage, which is just more damage to your hits, right? And Herald of Ash gives you extra Fizz as fire, which is more damage. And then the burning debuff, like when you kill an enemy, the overkill damage will ignite everything around it, and they'll just burn, hopefully. Especially with the Infernal Blow explosions. Other links, we got a Leap Slam, Fast Attacks Fortify setup, just for movement skill. We won't be using a Quicksilver Flask, because we're just going to be Leap Slamming everywhere. We have a casting damage taken, a Mortal Call setup, because we have Endurance card generation from our Chieftain Ascendancy, and from Enduring Cry. We'll use a Lightning Golem for the attack speed. A little bit of extra DPS right there, right? Blood Rage, this gives you attack speed and Frenzy Charge generation, which is more damage, more attack speed. That's great. Then I'm using a War Chief setup, which is just a 4-link. Conk Effect, Melee Fizz, Weapon Elemental damage. Gives you a bunch of extra damage on bosses for single target issues if you're struggling. And then I have an LE Weak setup that is questionable at best. It's a cast when damage taken Blade Fall with a really high level LE weakness in comparison, so the cast when damage taken can't cast the LE weakness, it can only cast the Blade Fall, and the Blade Fall will curse on hit enemies. You can just take this out and put a curse on hit Orb of Storms or something if you want to do it manually. I'm lazy, so it's automatic, whatever. As for the gear, we are dual wielding, so we're dual wielding 2 axes, or 2 maces, or whatever you have, right? These are pretty shit axes. You could use Jack the Axe, you could maybe get lucky and get a Soul Taker. You're probably just going to be using rares though. Go for high physical DPS with some extra fire damage if you can find it. Like at least 250 for endgame. Like as you're leveling up, just if your weapon feels bad, just get more DPS on it. Like if you have 100 DPS axe and it feels like you don't do any damage, you get 150. Just keep going up. Helmet, life resist, chest slot, get a tabula to start out with. Once you get some currency going, maybe get a Belly of the Beast. or lore weave would be good. You got a lot of options here. You could, what else could you wear? Carcass jack maybe. You should wear something useful. Gloves, life resist, attack speed, fizz to attack so you can get it. Boots, you're gonna need no movement speed again because we're leap slamming, so life resist, some intelligence. You will need a little bit of int on your gear. Amulet's got dex and int on it. Life resist, weapon elemental damage, fizz to attacks. Like, it's all pretty simple stuff. Fizz to attacks, life resist, fire damage, wed, life res, wed. Like, it's all pretty simple, right? Abyssal jewels and regular jewels. Oh god. No god. Thank you for the host. I made a little bit of a recording though. Thank you, Suicide Swall. Let's see. Jewels. You have a lot of options for jewels. For Abyssal jewels, you can get like onslaught on kill. Oh, we have onslaught. You can get unholy might on kill. You can go like attack speed, fizz to attack, axe attacks, fizz to attacks, fire to attacks, fire to axe attacks, life, pen if you haven't killed recently. There's like a billion options for that. Regular jewels, you can do percent max life. You can do, oh god, or should I just list them all? Melee damage. Let's see, fire damage, physical damage with axes, physical damage while dual wielding, attack speed with axes, attack speed while dual wielding, attack speed, attack and cast speed, attack speed with one-handed, physical damage with one-handed. Area damage would only affect the explosion of Infernal Blow, so I don't know about that one. But yeah, lots. You got a billion options, right? Same stuff. Just get a bunch of damage mods in life, basically. Oh, what else is there? Enchants. Helm enchant, you're gonna want the Infernal Blow as fire damage mod, which is here. Physical is extra fire damage. That's probably your best in slot one. I'm not sure how good the debuff deals an additional 5% per charge one is, so I'd just stick with the Fizz as extra fire. Glove enchant, I would go for of Fury. It's like an attack-based projectile. When you hit something, it throws out projectiles that are half fire, which the rest of it will be converted to fire because of your ascendancy and whatnot. It just give you more AoE clear and help you break barrels and whatnot. Boots, you could go for a couple things here. You could do regen if you've been hit recently. You could do damage penetrates resistances if you haven't killed recently. You could do attack and cast speed if you killed recently. You could do leech if you killed recently. It's kind of up to you. I would recommend pen for damage, or regen if you're trying to do like Uber Lab or something. What else is there? Flasks. So we have a Basalt Flask with freeze immunity, or you can get bleed immunity. Switch it between these two. Doesn't really matter. Make sure you get at least 23% reduced charges used on your Basalt Flask, or you'll only get one use out of it, which kind of sucks. So try to get at least 23 to 25% reduced, so you get 2 out of it. And then you can use a life flask that's either instant or a increased recovery rate flask. It's up to you. If you want an instant flask, use a divine flask. If you want a recovery rate damage or healing over time flask, use an eternal flask. And then for damaging flasks, we got Zere's Promise, Wise Oak, and Lion's Roar. If you don't have these flasks, it doesn't matter that much. You'll still have at least 200k DPS at endgame, or like entering maps, whatever, right? But these will give you more damage. Lion's Roar is more melee damage. Zere's Promise is physical is extra chaos, and Ellie is extra chaos. So there's just extra damage. And then Wise Oak, make sure you have more fire resist in the parentheses than anything else. Like, make sure this number is bigger than these two with Flasks up, and you will gain Fire Pen with the Flask active, because that's just the biggest number, right? If you balance all three, you'll get Pen for all three, and you'll take less damage of all three, but it's really, really, really hard to do that. So I'd advise just doing the Fire Res one, right? Is there anything else I need to talk about here? I don't think so. I think that's it. It's pretty simple though. You're just gonna run around, smack a pack, it's gonna explode, you'll go to the next pack. So that's the budget starter, right? This would probably cost you less than an X, maybe 2x if the flasks are really expensive, right? So the other version is the min-max expensive as fuck version that you literally can't make because the items are so powerful, okay? We're gonna go over that together. This is that version. It has 6.3 million DPS. With no legacy items. This is totally legitimately possible to get. That's a lie. So, what do we got? We got extremely high PDPS axe. This is a perfect mirror tier axe that has been double corrupted for perfect implicits. You can get that. And then you got a perfect mirror tier dagger with block chance, because the other implicits matter. It's a stat stick, and it's also a pseudo 5-link, which is pretty nice. We got a helmet with level 18 conk effect, because we're poor. So, yeah, lots of life. We need some int. Lots of damages. Again, Infernal Blow, extra fire, same stuff. Astral Plate, obviously. Double corrupted for max res and increased damage. You got life, max life is taken as fire. Then you got cold res, percent increased strength and strength. Fuckloads of life there, right? We got some gauntlets. These are Essence of Insanity with attack speed and strength. And then double life and fizz damage. Perfect gloves with Command of Fury. Just in-game fantasy right there. And then these are boots. These are pretty good boots. A fuckload of life, pseudo 5 link increased duration, lots of movement speed, and some more strength for more damage, of course. Amulet, Elder Amulet, attack speed, Fizz is fire, non-chaos is extra chaos, and essence fire damage. Also strength and life, because you need all of those things, obviously. It's insane. There's just so much damage. Opal rings, these are essence of, oh god, is it essence of insanity for the fire damage? Fizz is extra fire damage? I think so. But yeah, we got wed, we got life, we need to resist, we got attack speed, strike, you know, all those good stuff. You might as well mirror your own ring just to have another one. I mean, you can afford all this stuff, you can afford to mirror your own ring, it's fine. Belt, you want an Elder Stygian Vise, which is life, percent max life, and weapon elemental prefixes. So then you want attack speed, and melee damage, and pen while using a flask effect. Just in case you needed that extra damage, it's fine. This is a really good belt. You can easily get this within like a week of playing the league. You'll be fine. And then this jewel, we have a perfect fizz damage, attack speed, extra fire damage to axes, and we've double corrupted it for AoE and damage. But before we double corrupted it, wait, no, how do we do this? We have 5 of, you just have to craft 5 of the same jewel, okay? Don't worry about it. This isn't too hard. If you just get like 50,000 chaos, you might get 2 of them. So aim for at least 150,000 chaos to get a couple of these, and then double corrupt all of them for the same mods. You'll be fine. But yeah, same flask as before. You got your life flask, your basalt flask, Zeri's Promise, Wise Oak, Lion's Roar. Basic. Very basic. Right? Super budget gear, super easily doable. The links are all the same. It's fine. You'll be fine. This is the end game version, okay? So as you see, we go from 355k DPS with like a 2x of gear. If we dump like 6,000 million mirrors, you'll get to 6.3 mil. It's fine. Like there's nothing wrong with any of this gear. So yeah, that'll be my league starter. I'll have all of this gear by the end of week 2. If I don't have that gear at the end of week 2, you're gonna have to call the cops, because I don't know. I'm gonna get it. Like, just, you heard me. It's my word. Okay, week 2, I'm gonna get this axe. It's gonna happen. 870 DPS one-hander. Okay, it's better than all two-handed axes that currently exist in the game. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this build guide. I hope Twitch chat was spammy enough for you. I need to go to sleep. This will be my starter, though. I'll see you guys probably a couple hours before Delve starts, because Neverseek's going to be finishing updating his filter. Path of Building's going to have all of the other uniques, or other skill gems and whatnot in still. They're not in currently. If you're pre-patching, you can start downloading the patch like tomorrow. I think in like 9 or 12 hours or something. They'll have a pre-patch torrent available. You can download that on the forums, or it'll be on Reddit. Or Steam will start pre-patching before that as well. Is there anything else I need to say? I don't know. Good luck in Delve. It looks like it's going to be a fun league. Hopefully the mechanics are amazing. So yeah, Twitch, say bye. Everybody, right now, do the thing, and then we will go ahead and end this video. But if you did enjoy this, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to support what I do, my Patreon, my merch, my stream that is watching this recorded right now, all linked in the description below the YouTube video and below the stream. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Demi out.